The Quinisext Council was a church council held in 692 at Constantinople under Justinian II. It is often known as the Council in Trullo, because like the Sixth Ecumenical Council it was held in a domed hall in the imperial palace. Both the Fifth and the Sixth Ecumenical Councils had omitted to draw up disciplinary canons, and as this council was intended to complete both in this respect, it took the name of Quinisext, i.e., the Fifth-Sixth Council. It was attended by 215 bishops, all from the Eastern Roman Empire. Basil of Gortyna in Crete, however, belonged to the Roman Patriarchate and called himself papal legate, though no evidence is extant of his right to use that title. Many of the council's canons were reiterations. It endorsed not only the six ecumenical councils already held, but also the apostolic canons, the Synod of Laodicea, the Third Synod of Carthage, and the 39th Festal Letter of Athanasius. The council banned certain festivals and practices which were thought to have a pagan origin. Many of the council's canons were aimed at settling differences in ritual observance and clerical discipline in different parts of the Christian Church, being held under Byzantine auspices, with an exclusively Eastern clergy. These overwhelmingly took the practice of the Church of Constantinople as orthodox. It explicitly condemned some customs of Armenian Christians, among them using wine unmixed with water for the Eucharist, choosing children of clergy for appointment as clergy, and eating eggs and cheese on Saturdays and Sundays of Lent, and decreed deposition for clergy and excommunication for laypeople who contravened the canons prohibiting these practices. Likewise, it reprobated, with similar penalties, the Roman customs of requiring perpetual continence of those ordained to the diaconate or priesthood, and fasting on Saturdays of Lent. Without explicitly mentioning the Roman Church, it also reprobated celebration of the Eucharist on days in Lent other than Saturdays, Sundays, and the Feast of the Annunciation. The Eastern Orthodox Church holds this council to be part of the Fifth and Sixth Ecumenical Councils, adding its canons thereto. The Catholic Church has never accepted the council as authoritative or ecumenical. In the West, Bede calls it a reprobate synod, and Paul the Deacon an erratic one. For the attitude of the popes, in face of the various attempts to obtain their approval of these canons, see Hefele. However, Pope Hadrian I did write favorably of the canons of this council. The pope of the time of the council, Sergius I, who was of Syrian origin, rejected it, preferring, he said, to die rather than consent to erroneous novelties. Though a loyal subject of the empire, he would not be its captive in matters of religion, and refused to sign the canons. Emperor Justinian II ordered his arrest and abduction to Constantinople by the notoriously violent Protospartharios Zacharias. However, the militia of the Exarchate of Ravenna frustrated the attempt. Zacharias nearly lost his life in his attempt to arrest Sergius I. Louis Duchesne suggests that it was in protest against the council's banning of representations of Christ as a lamb that Pope Sergius introduced the singing of the Agnus Dei at the breaking of the host at Mass. In Visigothic Spain, the council was ratified by the 18th Council of Toledo at the urging of the king, Witiza, who was vilified by later chroniclers for his decision. Frula I of Asturias reversed the decision.